All right,
Ben,
I'm back.
Ben,
Can you hear me?
Ben, Ben, Ben. Yeah, you can hear it.
All right, good.
You gotta put it up quick because Eker gets off the internet in a minute.
It's already up. It should be at least.
Eker join, Eker join, Eker join. Eker join. Exotic butters. Exotic butters. Ben,
What?
it's not up.
Is it not? Is it still deciding to be broken?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I know why. Give me a moment. I need to go here, 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 here, and here.
Uh-oh, stinky.
You're not funny.
E.
Oh no, wait.
No. Eker got offline.
Oof. Where is it? Why? Why do you do this to us? Why torture us? Alright, why isn't it working? This is getting annoying.
Uh-oh, stinky. Uh-oh, stinky.
You're not funny. You're not funny. Alright, seriously. Where is it? What? I am trying. I don't know why it decided to break. Hold on. I think I can. Maybe. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to fix it, but things aren't going the greatest. No. No. Wait. Hold on. What
Wait,
the
you
heck?
live to the left of us, right?
What?
Wait, no. It's Ben's counterclockwise. So you know you live to the right, like in Arizona.
I'm not telling you where I live.
No, like, cause of I'm talking about the time difference.
Oh. Uh, what? Okay, why is it? Why? Um. Okay, what if I just do this? Actually, wait, no. Alright, try connecting now.
No,
No, still not working?
no.
Great. Oh, wait. What? No, that's right. You should be able to connect.
No, family.
Alright, here. Stop server. Click correctly. Bedrock server. Open that up, and you should be able to join now.
No city. Let me try again, man. Riptide 3 is so OP. Let me check. Nada. No.
Still can't join. Okay, something clearly destroyed itself this time.
I accidentally removed the server.
What?
I can just go back. Never mind.
You should be able to join. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to.
Members, fan chat. Random discussion. Where's the IP?
It's NPM in the NPM announcements area.
I see. Acescom.com. The server's name's gonna be P.
Anything that could go wrong has gone wrong.
Oh, I'm back in.
You're back in? Sweet.
Can you hear something?
What the? Oh.
That was cool. Hey,
I hear you're joining in, right?
Delete the server and then add it again. That's what I did.
Hey Jonathan, can you go over to the sugarcane and press the button in the sugarcane collection area?
Yep.
Alright, just press that button on the ceiling.
Pressed it.
Alright, okay, that just tells me that it's functioning. Stop spamming it, you're breaking it. And by breaking it, I mean you're not gonna get any or any sugarcane, not XP.
Oh, stinky. Poop bunny. Bunny poop.
What's the server?
Aces. Noobs play Minecraft.
.acescom.com. Oh,
What?
I just killed a wandering trader and a second one just spawned in.
I'm calling it Ben messed up.
Okay.
Can you still not connect?
Noobs play Minecraft dot ASIS.
No,
No,
US.
ASUS.
That's what I did wrong.
Pretty sure it's two S's at the end. So
No.
AHSUSS.
No, it's ASUSCOMM.com.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Ben, did you mess up again?
No.
Run let us see.
I can see you.
I can see you. Oh, yay.
Bow.
Okay, tell me when I should push the button.
It's already done.
It's already done. Okay. All that time.
Stinky, stinky. Poopy, poopy. Poopin', poopin'.
Okay, something's broken. What could it be?
How'd you mess up this time?
Yeah, Ben.
I don't know yet. But if you give me a moment, I can figure it out.
Okay, I gave you a moment. How'd you mess up this time?
Alright, it should be working now.
Face reveal.
You wish.
Wait, did FNAF Lover follow you yet?
Yes.
Dang it.
It'll take me some time to set up the webcam, but it'll happen eventually.
Face reveal. Face
Face
reveal.
reveal.
You already know what my face looks like.
I know.
This is probably ugly. Kidding, kidding.
That's a problem. Never mind. That's no longer a problem.
Uh-oh.
No.
Stinky. Poopy, 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 poopy.
Hi.
Hey, Ben.
What?
Ben. I am inevitable.
Oh,
You are inevitable, huh?
Yes.
Well, guess
look
what?
at the signs outside your...
How can you defeat me?
Hmm?
How do you defeat me?
Ben,
What?
look at the signs outside your farm.
Of course.
Do not see me point at that. I am inevitable. I am.
Bow.
I'm gonna stop that anyway.
What?
I have 3 bars of hunger left. Does anyone have any food?
Yeah.
I do. Hi! What do you mean,
Hi.
shush?
What?
Look at my house.
No.
I'm talking to my sister. Ben.
No. No.
Hey, Ben.
No.
Guess what?
No.
Farted. Ben.
No. 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 No.
Ben!
What?
I'm bored.
Okay.
Carry me.
What?
Nothing. Never mind.
They said yes.
Said yes to what?
So like, Ben said like what, and you said yes. And just-
What?
It's a joke.
Did it. 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 Du-du-du-du-du.
When he makes that noise, he's sneaking up on you. What? Okay.
One moment.
Who am I sneaking up on, though?
I see your name tag.
What do you? Or did you see it, huh?
By my farm.
Alright. Did it. 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 No. Alright, now what do I do?
How you at me?
Last time I messed with you was at your house.
Oh.
This time I'm messing with you at your house.
Hey. I heard you. You're my rocket ship.
I'm making a run for it. Oh no.
Where did you go?
I did not expect you to come back so soon.
Where were you?
I'm running for it.
The hill that me and Eager made looks so real.
No, it doesn't.
Hey, you're in our...
What?
Okay, nobody has found our secret entrance yet.
Making a run for it. Did it?
Why did you just
Did
whisper
it?
okay?
Did it? 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 Didn't. 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 Didn't.
What?
Nothing. I totally haven't done anything.
You know you can make armor stands dance.
Yes, you've told me already.
But did you know?
Yes.
But do you?
Yes.
But do you?
Yes.
But really, do you?
No, totally not.
Okay.
Do do do
You
do
do.
do 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 do. You know, I could be living inside your house again.
Oh.
Okay.
I could just be in that one little corner again.
Okay, guys, I'm back.
Watch you be in my bathroom or something.
I came back to this.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, I'm currently hiding in his house.
Okay.
Except I'm also not hiding in his house.
Behind you.
Behind who?
And then?
This is a dirt forest. Well, guys, I got my house. This is my home.
I made
I
him.
don't know where you are.
This is my new home.
Wait, what the? Oh, no. Okay.
What?
I'm gonna go play hide and seek with you. If I kill you, I'll kill you. I mean, if I find you, I'll kill you. I'm kidding.
I don't agree to those rules.
Can I hide first?
We're already playing hide and seek. So basically, the goal is to hide in his house for as long as you can without him noticing.
Because my house is like really big, so I'm barely gonna. I don't think I'm gonna find you.
How do you know you're in the right house?
Oh snap!
I'm not in any house, so which house is it?
All right. So his house coordinates are 620. X equals 620, and Z equals 247. At least it's around that. Do 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 do. Boom. Ba-da. Ba-da. Da-da. Da-da. Da-da.
Aha!
What? What, you think you found me?
Mm-hmm.
What's the Z coordinate?
Round 240. Maybe 250. I think I'm around 260. But I'm also at 700.
I
So yeah, equivalent coordinates are 600 and 250. Equivalent coordinates.
equivalent coordinates.
Equivalent.
It's a bit invisible, but where is Ooh?
I don't know, where is Ooh?
I don't know. I asked you first.
Is it the house with the horse jumping up and down with diamond horse armor on?
Yep, that sounds like it.
Okay.
Oh, then like it.
I don't think he does.
Yeah,
That
anyway,
is fine.
you have a nice house.
Thank you. Wait, he's probably on my balcony.
Oh, I don't know why I'm getting so excited and scared at the same time.
Good, you're not in the.
I honestly don't know why I'm getting so scared, even though you're nowhere near me. Alright, now it's your turn to hide. No, Harry, go hide somewhere in the house.
Okay.
Wait a second. I hear you.
But do you?
Yes.
But do you really?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Now I don't know.
Who knows? Maybe I was just digging my escape tunnel.
Thank you.
You know I made one in James's house. I mean, that's the one we entered through. Find a place to hide, Harry.
Finding one.
Hi.
Well, this is awkward.
How are ya?
How are you?
Where are you, Ben?
I don't know. Where am I?
Where are you?
It's funny. You just looked at me. You literally just looked at me. It's Wait, did you not see me?
No.
You didn't see me. Oh, this is gold. I was literally looking at you in your. I was literally looking at your second face.
What?
Meanwhile, I'm here looking for a hiding spot to begin.
Hey. Where?
Oh. Oh, his name tag's disappeared.
Fine. I'm crouching that way. My hiding spot is.
Bro, I keep on thinking like you're drowned or something. Oh, there's a drone. It's a trident. Drop it.
Hello
Where are
there.
you?
Ooh, is this your secret little tunnel?
No.
I'm running. You thought you could get me. You thought.
Are you like on top of the?
I found your little secret tunnel that you made. The one
you
with the
don't know how to get
torches
out
that
of
goes
it.
underneath your storage room.
Yeah, but there's no entrance. You don't know the entrance.
But I actually do. Because I
But
just
you-
dropped into it. Look around. You'll be able to find my old hiding spot. And maybe you might even be able to find where I used to hide. And where I saw your second face.
Wait a You broke into my redstone.
Yeah, I was the one who fixed that that piston. I was there when you opened it and you were like, wait a second.
And then you were looking through the leaves.
Yeah, and I was looking through those leaves and I just saw your second face.
Was you FNAF Bravo is in the other. I saw him through the window.
But now where am I? Only time will tell. If you ever find me. This is great.
I'm horrible at hide
Have you been found?
It's my time to hide.
But you haven't found me.
No? Well, kind of. Okay,
No,
we got a
you'd
team
never
up.
found me.
Hey, come here. I'm gonna show you a secret. Watch this.
You still have to find me. I could just do this all day. I am the best at this hide and seek. Oh, I heard those pistons.
Okay, so he's near.
But am I?
That doesn't exactly help me out because I have sounds off. So.
Oh, hey, Harry, how are ya? No, don't walk away. Actually, no, walk away, please.
He's in this. I swear he's like in this swimming pool.
Why is
Wait,
this stone?
if I find him, I'm hitting you with an egg.
Why is this stone? Why is this stone? I don't have a
Huh?
pickaxe. I'm slowly breaking.
This is great. I'm literally just in the same spot I have been in for 5 minutes, watching you guys walk around me 50 times.
What the heck? You're on my balcony.
You wish. You wait. How would I even get there without uncrouching from the underneath the leaves and in your redstone?
Not even in my. What the heck? I just.
What?
I just heard red. I just heard dirt.
But did you?
Yes.
Are you
did.
sure?
Yes. I'm sure.
Okay, one moment. I'm turning my down.
All right, running the opposite way from you.
What do you? You.
All right.
Why are you
Okay.
so
You know what?
bad?
Okay. You know what? Let's just do you give up?
No.
No. Okay. I'll just wait here for eternity.
Okay, can I?
Dude, I heard grass.
Can I ask you a question? Ben,
Huh?
Can I ask you a question about your spot?
Sure.
Dude, I literally just heard the grass again.
In or under the house?
I don't know. I'm in and maybe under. I'm not 100% sure on that question because I'm in it, but I'm underneath the actual thing.
Okay, so yes, you're under the house.
But I'm also in it.
Okay.
It's kind of a hard question. Just tell me when you give up, though. Oh. I literally just left off of my crouch key for a split second there.
Okay.
Oh. Oh.
Digging all of this out.
This is great. I see you,
No, you don't.
but I do.
Are you using F5 mode?
What?
Are you using F5 mode to see us?
Right, it's F for me. No, you can't do that. Jeez, are you just going to dig out all of your redstone?
Yeah.
Well, I can hear that shovel swinging.
You don't swing the shovel, you scoop the shovel. Dude,
I don't even
Dude.
have an OP shovel on me, and I'm still hidden. Oh, I just heard a horse.
no, you didn't.
But I just did.
You hear this?
Hear what? You opening and closing
The
a
door.
door.
Okay.
I literally digged up all the dirt. Well, not really. Hey, I heard the dirt again.
Hi. Oh my gosh, you finally found me. That took forever. Dude, you want to see something? So, I was over here, as you know. So, I originally broke into your house over this way. So, if you just go all the way through, I broke through this wall right here.
And I saw it.
Now, I then came over this way, fixed your redstone here. Although I just broke it again. There you go. And then I came over here and just looked, and this is where I saw your second face. Then I fell down here, looked around, realizing this might be your secret entrance. I go over here, and then I see the torches. I'm like, well, shoot. And I immediately do this. And not even, I do this, and not even a second later, you come running past. You literally ran past me a split second later.
I digged up all of this. Dude, I just went forward. I just went forward.
Found you.
Your lever's broken.
No, cause it's on outside.
Exactly, your lever's broken.
Trapped.
Oh,
Hey, move.
have fun. No, hey, move. Move. Ready? Have fun.
Hey, move for a second. I have a shovel.
Alright, time to find a new hiding spot. Just clickety click. Just clickety click, clickety click, 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 click.
Okay, he's hiding now.
I'm already hiding.
What? Okay. Is he in my rocket ship?
Yeah, you know what? Harry, because you were found first, you're now the seeker.
Okay, so I'm gonna lie.
I'll do. Okay, I'm gonna turn my phone down and then walk away. And when I come back, you better be hidden.
Alright. Hi. Hi, how are you? Wait, did you not see all that dirt that I gave you?
What? Just saw it. Okay, got it all clear.
That's all the dirt I got from, digging.
Wait. I have an idea. Wait, what?
What?
Where did you go?
I jumped.
Oh.
Alright, you ready?
I am.
Just say whenever you're ready, so, Harry knows.
Okay, I'm ready.
Harry! Harry! We're
He's
ready!
just walking away from his phone. I may or may not have stole your spot.
Alright, I don't know if he's awake anymore. I love living on the edge in this game just because of the fact that nobody ever knows where I've gone. Alright, what can I put on my, my key so it doesn't, so I stay shifted and can still hold stuff and, rest my pinky finger.
I just used my controller.
I don't have a controller, so...
I hear
Harry!
you.
Of course you hear me, I'm digging. Harry!
Hey!
Harry Olsen!
Harry Holson.
I don't actually know his last name. You're back? Alright, we're ready.
No, I'm not.
You're not ready.
Hold on, let me eat.
Okay. Ready.
I'm ready as well.
Okay.
Hi, I see you. Hi. How are you? What you doing?
It's under the house.
I'm always under the house. It's the best hiding spot because, well, how are you going to find me that easily? Although, you know, I could do something like I did with you the first time I moved into your house.
Well, I found the redstone.
Oh, you found the redstone, huh?
Yeah, it's very dark.
Alright, I think I'm in a good position. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh, no. You saw my name, didn't you? Oh, I was unshift for like 20 minutes, or like 20 seconds.
For like 20 minutes, I was
Okay, I unshifted for like 5 seconds. I'm surprised you didn't see that. I forgot placing signs takes you out of shift. Or crouch, that's it. I don't have shift set to my crouch.
Guys gotta find me.
I'm gonna play Hora.
You're gonna what?
I'm going to play a Hora.
What's that?
It's song. Only my stream can currently hear it. I love how he's just jumping around.
be happy about streams later.
Yeah, I am thankful for that. Oh, just wait until it's my turn to find you guys. Alright, now where the heck am I?
You don't know where you are?
No, I don't.
Wait, I think I know where you are. Wait, where did you go after? He jumped up.
I see you. I'm surprised he hasn't checked inside the house.
That's what I'm doing now.
Dude, what are you doing unshifted?
Ah,
Thank you for unshifting. I wasn't gonna say anything, but
How?
I died.
Yeah, I saw that. How?
I fell from a
That was like a 4 foot, 4 block drop.
I know.
Then how'd you die from fall damage?
Because I had like 2 hearts.
How?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, we're still hiding. We're waiting. What?
Wait, I hear you.
You hear me?
You hear me?
Oh no.
Oh no. Don't worry, I'm nowhere near you.
I might have accidentally broken into your pool.
No, please don't get where you are.
Hi. No, dude, no.
Dude, no. What's going on? I just hear
You
no,
could have.
dude, no.
Wait a second.
Wait a second.
Wait a second. Oh.
Yeah, I came from there.
Okay, come on up, dude. Oh, he's coming. Hold shift. Here, dude, you want to play who has the pumpkin seeds?
Okay.
Oh no, you're you're unshifted. Dude.
Don't worry, I missed it.
Where are you? I just heard you get pricked in the berry bushes. No, dude, what are you doing?
I have to. When I go to my inventory, I.
Hold on, I've got an idea. There, I'm just making it a little more roomier. I love how we could just do this and not worry.
Mhm.
Just wait until I become the seeker, though. I will find you.
I came from over here.
Got a shirt. Got my shirt back.
Alright, well, we're still hiding.
Okay.
Oh, hi.
Hi, you found me.
Guess it's
Alright, I'm coming out.
I better run. Don't help him.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you still gotta find me.
I got your I got your leggings.
okay.
I don't know how.
Dude, you still gotta find me.
Exotic butters.
You sound like a
Exotic
sound-
butters.
Exotic butter.
What's better than exotic butters?
I can
Nothing.
launch out of my pool.
Okay, you know, Harry, you know we were hiding with each other, right? We were hiding in the same place. But then you go and look at other
I
places.
found my next hiding spot.
This is fun. I wonder where this block leads to. Oh, that's where it leads to. Oh no. Wait, dude. Go to your right. Go to your right.
Wait, hold
Jonathan.
on.
Jonathan, go to your right.
Okay, I'm just crafting this.
Come on, come on.
My right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, go to my right.
Dude, no, dude, don't go down. Just, no, stop it. Just come up and, look, between the chests. Look, behind, no, behind you, right there, right, look. Can I have that?
Yeah. I'll put it in the chat.
No, but then he'll be able to see my name tag.
Oh, yeah.
Just place it. You can place it. Just look through the gaps of the chest. There we go. Now I'll just stay here. Now go. Oh, this is great. I'm just going to stay here and see how long it takes. Hey, Harry, what you doing? Still looking for me? Tell me when you give up.
Okay, meanwhile, I just set my spawn point that way. If I do end up dying again somehow, I spawn.
Yeah, somehow. Are you crouched?
Maybe.
Oh, that's not going to do you much favors.
I don't know.
Oh, I hear digging. Dude, no, dude, don't do it.
Give me this.
Wait, why are you clearing all that dirt?
I just found my redstone.
But why are you clearing all the dirt?
I don't know, I'm trying to find you.
Dude, you're close.
Oh, I was. Okay.
Hi. Shh. Don't tell him.
Oh wait, he can see my name tag.
Yeah, don't tell him. I want him to find me through this gap that you found me
Okay,
in.
he's here.
He's here? He's down there?
Maybe. Maybe not.
I just gotta find
Oh. Oh my gosh. Freedom.
Hmm? I just
Freedom.
One question: why is there like these weird particles over here?
Oh, that's my from my.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Did you see that?
Did you see that? See what?
Nothing. Stop digging.
Stop digging.
Oh, that's convenient.
Lead me to him, because I'm horrible at
I don't know where he is.
Haha, I'm in danger. I'd love how we've just gone from playing survival Minecraft to hide and seek.
Where are you?
Tell me when you give up.
Tell me when you give up.
Hi.
Hi.
Don't do it.
Do it. Hi to him or me?
I'll give you a hint. He's by wood.
Wood, wood, wood. And I would walk 500 chunks, and I would walk 500 more just to get back every single wooden block you stole from me, my fork. Where's my wood gone? Where's my wood gone? Where's my wood gone? Where's my wood? Where's my wood go? Where'd my wood go? Where'd my wood go? Where my wood would go? Who else remembers that song? It's one of the
I do.
forbidden songs.
Why is it forbidden? Why is it a forbidden song?
You'd know why if you Okay. Oh! Did I just really pull this off?
What?
You're getting close to me. At least where I once was. Go back. Go back into where I once was.
This back? I think.
Show him where I once was.
Oh, he was over here.
But am I there anymore?
Wait, not up there.
This is great. You will never find me. I am villager number 52.
How many? Mm,
I have been able to move around so much.
Okay, I give up. Where are you?
Okay, here, come back over to your, to the digging room area.
what do you mean by digging area?
Where your secret entrance. Behind you, Terry. Hello. So, originally, I was far over here. But then I moved over
With
here
him.
with, Jonathan. But
then
then
he was
I
over
moved
here.
over here and just hid
I
here,
went back.
and there was a block here. But then he dug into me, and so I moved all the way over here and hid in a corner right here. Where are you? Over here. Up here. Alright, I hid in a corner right here. And then I broke the block above my head. And then I went up here. And just hid up here for the rest of the round.
Okay.
As you can see, I am the king of this.
Okay. Ben, you're seeker.
Yep, alright, I'm going to go far away and not look. Alright, and this should be far enough. So, you guys go and hide. I'll wait here and chat with whoever might be in chat. So, chat, if anybody is in my chat, how are you today? This is gonna be fun. Wow. I was just going to look around a little, be like, oh, look at the beautiful scenery. Oh, drown. You know what? I'm just going to undeafen myself just so I know when they're ready. Alright, I'm going to undeafen myself so I know when you guys are ready. Alright. Kill. What should I kill here? Ooh, salmon. Salmon.
Okay. I'm ready. Oh, you gotta crouch.
I did.
Dude.
Oh, there you go.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Alright, you ready? Alright, I'm coming.
I found a Nautilus shell.
I see you, Ben.
What do you?
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you still see me?
Yes.
Alright, where am I?
Looking right at you. You're going up the stairs.
Oh, so you can actually see me. Ouch. And there's some dug dirt here.
Or is there?
Yes, because there is dirt laying on the ground.
Or is there? I see you, Ben. Hi, Ben.
Hello.
Oh, you going in the pool now? Oh, you going inside the house?
Keep moving away.
Oh, you're going into the living room? Oh. And whatever you break, make sure you displace back.
Yep, I'm already doing that. There was just a broken quartz block that looked suspicious.
Oh, I broke that. I was trying to dig through before, but didn't have a pickaxe. Exotic butters.
Oh, so you're going outside now?
Yeah, sadly my pickaxe is near breaking, so I can't break many blocks.
Oh, I'm right above your head.
What, are you
Or
on the
am
roof?
Or am I?
I found you. Found you. You gave away too much. Now, where are you? Oh, I now know where you are. Thanks, Drowned. That was too easy.
Okay, I'm seeking.
No, yeah, wait, yes you are. Alright, go hide somewhere and wait for us to tell you that we're ready.
Okay, I'll go to your farm.
Oh, alright.
Okay.
Just type in chat when you're ready.
Alright. That was way too easy. Make it more of a
Well,
challenge.
the drown didn't give me away.
The drown did give you away.
But if they didn't, I would have done much better.
Honestly, I would have looked there eventually because that is a that's one of the places Jonathan mentioned earlier. All right, you know what? I'm gonna quickly come over to my farm to get an iron pickaxe, just so I don't have to worry about breaking my diamond pickaxe. All right.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Tempting to do that, but my name tag would show. No way to avoid that.
Iron pickaxe. Oh.
Okay, I have an idea. And it may or may not work. Okay, not work.
All right. Iron pickaxe. I think I smelted them all down. Let's see. Do I have any others in here? I've got an axe. That'll be good. Nope. I'll just use my iron. Oh wait, there's just a pickaxe in here. Alright. That should be good enough for me. Okay. I wonder why he left. Anyways, I've got my axe, pickaxe, and shovel. I love how it takes you guys so long to find me, but when I'm the seeker, I can find you almost instantly.
Yeah.
That was way too easy.
Yeah.
Next time, make it a challenge!
Easier said than done. I'm ready.
What the? What the?
Okay.
Oh, it was a bed. The beds are invisible. Dude, the beds are invisible. I'm not ready as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. That's a problem. Alright, good hiding places. I wonder.
I've officially crafted.
Alright, shoot. I need some things.
Exotic butters.
Exotic butters.
Are you guys ready yet?
Almost.
I'm ready. You are.
Alright, I'm ready.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. I'm gonna take off my elytra just so I'm not as obvious.
Okay, you do that.
Alright, I'm good. as the hunter pulls up to the house. You'll never find me.
You'll never find me.
I'm gonna use my dogs.
Can't use your
Wait, no,
dogs.
that one.
That's unfair.
That's unfair.
Oh, I should have done that.
I should have done that.
You know, we could be under the house again.
Again.
I mean, that's been 90% of our hiding places. Actually, it's been 100%. Well, actually, no, 99% because you hit on top of the house.
Yeah, I was tempted to hide in a bed, but then my name tag would show and it would be a little void. So.
Hey,
What?
I hear like
What?
where
Mistakes have been made.
and
Oh, have mistakes been made?
paintings.
What?
People could be hiding in paintings. But then again, I don't have that much painting.
Oh, I'm so happy. Oh my
I
god.
think that's all my no, I'm serious.
Oh, I'm so happy I did that. Maybe mistakes have not been made.
This one. No.
Message me where you are.
Huh?
Message me on.
I
Discord where
can't.
you are. I can't. Why?
Because if I did, guess what would happen?
What would happen?
You would see me.
He would see me.
Wait, I dropped my sword.
I've currently got 2 viewers. They're just watching me look into a corner.
Oh, there's my sword.
You wouldn't be one of them, would you?
One of them. Well,
Wait.
check.
Hi.
Hi.
I told you mistakes were made. I accidentally broke this stair right here. Alright.
Wait, hold up. Put this stair back, and then we can keep this for like.
Give me the stair.
I just
Where's the stair?
Where's the stair?
Oh.
Meanwhile,
So yeah, I
Ah,
accidentally destroyed that stair and well.
I'm suffocating.
I have officially lasted longer than the mighty Ben.
How did I get
Yes.
here?
You have officially lasted longer than me. But that's because I made a mistake. A huge mistake.
Should I give you guys a hint?
No, of course not.
Of course not. By unshifting and reshifting.
Hold up.
I cannot see Why is the horse named I cannot see
Because it's named after one of my anesthesia videos. I said that.
You will never find me.
Stairs are the most annoying thing because once you break it, you can't really replace it in the way you wish.
Yeah. Guys, I will pay you. I will pay each of you $10. Hux, that you will not find me, or if you do find me, you will call me a cheater.
You're in a place where we cannot get.
No.
That doesn't make sense.
I just have a feeling that if you find, well, if
You can't be at
you
my
can't
farm.
be at my farm. I am not at your farm.
All right.
All right. Just I have a feeling you guys will call me a cheater.
Honestly, once we find you,
Once we
it'll
find you,
become
it'll,
obvious how you
become
got there.
obvious how you got there. Yeah.
In fact, wait.
In fact, wait.
Where are you? I can't. I won't tell him.
I won't tell him. When both of you give up, I will tell you where I am.
That chance he'll give up.
That chance he'll give up.
No.
Yeah, it's just making this place more accessible.
From the ravage. Why is my dog up here? Wait, no, that's not my dog. Yeah, I just heard something eat.
That was me.
That was me.
Ow.
How about this? I have not moved a single block from when we started.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? Yes. Not a single block.
Why'd you jump down here?
Wait a second.
I saw his name tag over this way, or at the beginning of the round. Alright, can we make a rule not to go past dirt level?
Not to go past what?
Dirt level.
Dirt level.
So, like, no mining stone and stuff, because I'm realizing how annoying that would be to find somebody at all the way down at y equals 1.
Okay, how about this? My y coordinate is 56.
56. So you are actually in stone.
Yes.
Oh, I know where your name tag was, so.
Hey Ben,
What?
where'd my wood go?
Where'd my wood go? Where'd my wood go? Where'd my wood would go? Where'd my wood go? Where'd my wood go? Where'd my wood would go? Hello, I am villager number 52. Would you like to trade?
No.
What? Weird. Okay.
I love how you're not. You're just. You're playing it so safe.
Hi, John. You found me.
He's definitely not right there. Wait, do you actually?
We are literally tearing up the underneath of your house. I mean, look at this place. Imagine how beautiful it was before.
Have you found him yet?
No. I wish though.
You did.
Do not tell him where I am. Do not tell him where I am.
I don't know
What do you mean?
where you are. I saw your name tag, but I didn't find you there.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on. Okay, how about this? I moved one block from when I last.
I love how you don't live on the edge like I do.
Well, I mean, I don't have any pickaxe, so I had to do all the work. I had to do it by.
You had to build back dirt.
Yeah. I had to build even dirt. Dirt and gravel. All the gravel.
Yeah, you see, the thing is, I never went underneath, what's it called? Dirt level. Hey, no, I've got a better idea. Dude, come look. I put water bucket.
Can you get out in time? That's the real
No,
question.
he can't. He has to do 2 blocks.
No!
I wouldn't let you die. You want to see where I hid? Ready? Hold on. Here, let me just use a water bucket. Forgot that thing turns on. I need to turn that off quickly. Hold on. Well, once I get up. All right. Come on up. Hold on. I need to go turn off my. Oh, there we go. All right. So, you ready to see where I hid? All right, follow me. So I had to improvise because I didn't have anything on me to make it possible. So I took 2 trapdoors from here. Then I came all the way over here, destroyed the painting, destroyed 2 blocks, and made this.
Wow.
Now look at this. You know what? I'm gonna make it better.
Now what you could have done is just completely blocked it off. Like, so
What?
that even if it jumps through the painting, it would seem like there's a wall there.
Here, come on in. Actually, no, I don't want you in. In fact, we need to do some different things with the trapdoors. Would you like to make this a secret room of yours?
Yeah.
All right. There's one trapdoor missing.
I gave you it.
There's still one trapdoor missing. You probably have it, Harry.
Yep.
So basically, this is so nobody can actually enter. But you can still enter as long as you're not in it. As long as you're in. Okay. Trapdoor. There. Now all we do is this. And now place back your painting. Right there on this wood block. Here, try. There you go. And now you can enter. Did you close the trapdoor?
No.
You did, didn't you?
No. See?
Hold on, I know. Hi.
I just got like launched out.
You don't recognize that song, do you? It's known as Duel of the Fates. All right, well, Harry, it's your turn to seek again. Hide and seek. Hide and seek. All right, go somewhere, Harry. We need to go hide.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lie in bed, and then I'll be right back. I'm gonna walk out of the room, and when I come
Ben.
What?
Ben.
What? I did it, dude. I've done it. He can no longer get out. Dude, what are you doing? Dude, come look. Yeah, that'll give us an extra
Hey, what if I
15
just,
minutes. Alright, you know what? I think I've got a good hiding place. Never mind. You've destroyed so much of underneath your house that I cannot go anywhere. I don't know where to go. What happened to Harry again? Where do I go?
Roof.
Seriously wonder where Harry went. I wasn't actually listening when he said where he was going. No, that's a problem.
You just ate a carrot and the crumbs fell through of where I'm hiding.
Okay, I'm hiding. I've got the perfect hiding spot. This is gonna be great. Harry, where are you? This is the perfect hiding spot. How's your hiding spot?
It's right next to me.
Is it?
It's in the bathroom. He's gonna not even wait. He's not gonna look at me.
Wait, did you see where I'm hiding in my stream?
Let me check.
Just so you know, you have another secret room.
Okay.
Okay, I am back.
Oh, okay. Well, we're both ready.
Okay.
Come on, come on.
Oh, come on!
I know you don't have a pickaxe, so it's like 20 layers thick.
It's daytime!
No, dude, what are you doing? You're on. Wait, why are we not unshift? Why are we unshift? No, why are we shifted or crouching when he's going to take ages to get out? Oh, this has been so much fun. So, how much fun are you having trying to get out? I feel like he's just given up. You know, I'm pretty sure there was a wooden wall behind him.
No, it's not wood.
Oh.
Actually, wait. There is a wooden wall, just not behind me.
Oh, well. Not gonna do you much good, isn't it?
Alright, found you.
Shh, no, don't do it.
Found you.
He's trying to run. Hit him. I think we're playing hide and seek tag. Oh no, now he's on the roof.
He actually lost. I actually lost him.
You're on the roof. How is he supposed to get up here? There. He doesn't have an elytra.
Wait. Wait.
Oh. 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 Oh, I like that move you just did.
Let me guess. Jump down.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Hey, keep this stream PG.
Oh, I said, oh shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be at least a little more strategic about something.
I am very strategic.
I just noticed it's raining. Bye.
What?
I have a Riptide Trident. It's raining.
Oh. Dude,
You killed me!
why'd you kill him?
I almost-
Yeah, he's like Eker. He doesn't eat. Oh no.
I have no food.
Dude, there's berries. If you see the berries, just like right click on those or whatever, tap on them, and then you get the berries and it's food.
I already clicked on them. Don't kill me, please.
Come on.
Maybe if I punch you.
He did find you, dude.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? I'm gonna go pick up my water bucket. I
Oh my
accidentally
god,
dropped
I'm
it.
at 2 hearts. I did nothing.
I know, but I tagged you.
You
You have to hit the person to tag him.
No! No, he found it! Run! Run! Water! Run! How'd you open the trap door?
I punched.
But where have I gone now?
Not shifted.
Ah! No! Ah! You know what? You know what? I've got a great idea. You ready for this? You can't catch me if I do this. That didn't work, did it?
No.
Okay, come on, come on, come on.
Yo.
Thank you.
Wait, come over here. There's food over here.
I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm safe.
Henry, or Harry.
How do I become being called Henry?
I'm safe. You can't get me
Tap on
now.
them and they give you food. Don't hit them. You have to go in the middle.
You can't get me now. Guess what?
What?
No. No. You think you count? You were already found. Alright, I'm going to die if you can keep this up. Haha, you can't get me up here. I think somebody's horse is roaming around.
I have an idea.
Oh, so how are you gonna get him and get me? You don't count.
Okay.
That's what you get. That's what you get.
Roulette.
Yeet! Oh! I've got it! Oh wait, no, wrong trident!
Where's it? I need a bow. I need a bow.
You don't get a bow!
Wait,
No!
no.
You stay away! Oh! Whoops!
Myself.
Here, you can have your trident back.
Wait, does he have my stuff?
You had a bunch of your stuff. And now I've got a bunch of your stuff. I gotta go!
Oh my goodness, this water goes so far back.
What?
I respawned in the room that was flooded.
Floyd flooded?
Remember, you put the water bucket down.
Give me my.
There you go.
You can have to try it.
I know. It's easy to escape him. Wait, where even? Oh, there he is. Hey, dude, guess what? Yoink.
What about my axe?
Oh yeah, wait, no, that's my axe. I don't have your axe. Did you check the water? A bunch of your stuff is in the water. Oh, and I see your axe. It's further out.
Where's further out? Oh, I see.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. Are you done trying to hit me? Hi, how are ya? He's got a bow! Wait, how many times did I hit you? Oh no, it's not raining anymore. The trident's on the ground! He's got a bow.
Thank you.
What do you think you're doing over there? Hi. Here, have some water.
I need some wood. I think you have the wood.
Hi. Oh no!
Oh shoot, the drone. Oh, the drone dropped the trident. Here, take this. Oh, it's full durability. If you hold it down, then you can shoot it.
Okay. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I don't think I'm good. Can you tag me, please? Oh, caps lock is on.
Hey, where's my trident? Where's my trident? Ben, you still have it or not?
What?
The trident.
I threw it on the ground with all your other stuff.
Why did? Oh, it can respawn.
It didn't despawn yet. I threw it like 2 minutes ago, so you got 3 minutes.
Where is it though?
It was right in front of the pool.
Oh, I got it. I got it through the wall. Or something.
I don't. Where the heck?
Where the heck did I go?
I don't have it.
I got it.
Oh, the gentleman.
Do you know where I am? I hear a spider killing somebody.
Here's your armor.
Okay, are you guys ever gonna come try and kill me? Or hit me? Not kill me.
No, we're gonna try and kill you.
Okay. You want to know how well that's gone for everybody else?
Where are you?
I will never.
Wait, somebody has the painting to the other secret place.
I do.
Okay.
I accidentally. You saw that, didn't you? Just don't tell him.
Me?
No, okay. No, nothing. Oh. I'm waiting. I've been very silent and waiting for you. So where are you?
I heard you.
What?
Do you know where he is?
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
I went back to my original. I went back to my origins of the beginning of the game of well, this round. Hopefully that can give you some hints.
What?
Told you I went back to my origins at the beginning of this round.
I don't remember the beginning of this round.
Do you remember last round?
No. I think I have short-term memory loss.
Clearly. What?
Do you see me?
Yes.
Speaking of which, all this stone is and the wall's fixed.
I just hear you freaking out. What's the matter, friend?
You didn't, you lie.
But I did. How else would I put that stack of stone there? Not stone. Cobblestone, not cobblestone. Stone. 21 stone. What?
Okay, I'm going back.
Something wrong.
Yeah.
Let me guess. Is he on the tower?
Alright, well. Oh, hi. How are you?
How did?
Where are you?
Wait, where did that?
What? Something wrong?
Mm-hmm.
I just heard pistons. Oh my gosh. Where's my water bottle? There it is. Okay, I need to cool down. This is too intense for me. Oh, much better.
Yeah. Okay, I have to go.
You have to go. All right. I'll show you where I was, or not.
Well,
All right.
join back.
Harry, come here. Come back to the painting that I originally hid in. Hi. Ready?
Oh.
I told you I went back to my roots.
Like I went in there and I didn't find you.
Exactly. Cause I went a little further. What are you doing? You know what?
I'm lost in the redstone.
This is fun to watch.
Okay. Bye.
Hmm. Yes, this is fun. Wait, hold on. He said there was a lever on the surface.
No, I'm getting
Oh, you made it out. Good job. Well, that was fun, wasn't it?
Where were you?
Oh, come back over here to the painting that you found me in originally. Yep.
I never would have found you. I don't have a pickaxe.
That's why you need a pickaxe for this game. Ish. Hey. I got a fire aspect 2 sword. You better not mess with me. In fact, it also has what's it called? Mending, sharpness 5. Yeah. Hi, how are you?
Hi.
All right. All right, here. You're allowed out.
No, I found my own way.
Of course you do.
I jumped out the window.
Now I don't know what to do. That was actually lots of fun.
Yeah, that was.
Chomp, chomp, chomp. And over to this villagers stuff. You know, Anna has access to this server. She just never plays it.
And now I have access.
Yep. You're lucky. You don't have to go through examination because I know you in real life.
I know I would what?
You don't have to go through examination.
Why is that?
Because this is supposed to be a friendly SMP.
Okay, well, is it the bad thing I don't know what SMP is?
No. It's basically just a bunch of Minecrafters playing together on a server.
Okay.
Watch this. Ready? Punch him once. Good job. Alright, now what? Yes, welcome to my chest room. Somebody has taken my pickaxes.
Ooh, where's this going?
What? Oh yeah. We're trying to summon in another wither.
Another wither?
Yeah, we summoned in one in the end, hoping that a glitch would work, but they patched it and it doesn't work.
What was the glitch?
Thankfully, it flew off and we've never seen it again.
Yeah, what was the glitch that didn't work?
Basically, you could kill it with the bedrock in the end.
Okay.
Oh, I hear iron. Lots of iron. As you can see, I'm the farm of the... Oh, where did you go? You left the game. Hello? Okay, now seriously, where did my super pickaxe and everything go? I mean, I've got this super pickaxe, but where's my Fortune 3 one? That's an empty shulker box. That's got all my armor. Extra armor. I'm guessing Harry's gone. Well, honestly, I'm getting quite tired right now, and, well, after that craziness of, well, what you just saw, I think it's time for me to go. So, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. It was definitely lots of fun for me. But, I need my own sleep. I will be streaming tomorrow, though, so see you then, and, well, see you next time. Goodbye.